All right, so you're moving to the Oregon coast and you're trying to figure out how far is your dollar going to go. Well, in this video, we're going to talk about the three regions of the Oregon coast, northern, central, and southern, and break this out to median sale prices for 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, condos, and attached homes. So if you want to learn more about what you can actually get for your dollar at the Oregon coast, stay tuned to learn more. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Clem with the Home Team Brokers coming to you from the Oregon coast. And if this is your first time to the channel living on the Oregon coast, make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell to get notified every time we drop a new video. We've helped so many people relocate to the Oregon coast, buy second homes, vacation homes, you name it. As real estate professionals, we love to help with that process. So if that's you, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, or click the link down below in the description of the video and schedule a Zoom call with us. Either way, we would love to help with your move to the Oregon coast. All right, so if you've been watching some of our videos, of course you know that the Oregon coast has 363 miles of coastline. It's a huge area with a lot to offer, a lot of different diverse areas as far as tiny little villages up to towns of thousands of people, up to towns of 10,000 plus people. But of course, everywhere you go on the Oregon coast, one thing is for sure, you're gonna be surrounded by beautiful landscape and of course the beaches and the ocean. But when we start talking to people about their home search and their circumstance and their move to the Oregon coast, of course, budget is going to be paramount. Whether you're looking for a small condo or if you're looking for a big old luxurious, 5+ bedroom home. And I think a lot of people want to get clarity about where they should be looking, both based on what's going to fit their needs, their wants, their lifestyle, but what's going to fit their budget as well. So there's a big difference and there's a really big range. We've talked about in different videos some of the most affordable towns, some of the most expensive towns. So there is a big range even when you break out these different sections, the northern coast, central coast, and southern coast. But let's dig into this a little more and talk about what you can actually get for your dollar. So you have the northern Oregon coast, right, which we always talk about, has the closest proximity to Portland, a lot of tourism, a lot of towns that are a little bit closer together, so it's a little bit more dense, but you can get a ton of variety. So you can get towns that feel a little bit more local, you can get towns that feel really like a resort town where the majority of the homes there are second homes and vacation homes. On the northern Oregon coast, the median sale price right now for a 3-bedroom home is $530,000. The median sale price for a 4-bedroom home is $660,000. The median sale price for a 5-bedroom home, $995,000. The median sale price for a condo, $450,000. The median sale price for an attached dwelling, which is going to be like a townhome or a row home, that's going to be $685,000. So those numbers may jump out at you a little bit. Those do seem a little bit expensive. Those are actually going to be more expensive than the Portland metro area across the board. But I think one thing to note, when you look at the Oregon coast, both the northern Oregon coast, the Oregon coast as a whole, there's going to be a bigger range. So some towns are going to be much more affordable than other towns. And on the northern Oregon coast, you have some of the most expensive towns on the Oregon coast as a whole. So you're looking at like Cannon Beach, Manzanita, areas like Arch Cape, areas like Oceanside and Netarts. Again, these are some of the most sought after and most expensive areas on the Oregon coast. You also have towns like Tillamook, Bay City, Garibaldi, Wheeler, Nehalem, Warrenton, even Seaside to some degree. There's going to be towns that are going to be much more affordable where you look at being able to get a 3-bedroom home for closer to maybe $400,000, a 5-bedroom home closer to maybe $550,000, a 5-bedroom home maybe closer to $600,000, $650,000, for example. But I think it is important to take into consideration that the northern Oregon coast, very desirable for a lot of reasons, an area that a lot of people are seeking in their home search, does skew as the most expensive area on the Oregon coast. Okay, now let's talk about the Central Oregon coast. This is going to be the smallest region when you look at the distance from top to bottom, but you're looking at Lincoln City, Depot Bay, Newport, Waldport, Yachats, and Florence primarily. There are some smaller unincorporated areas in between these towns, but these are the primary cities on the Central Oregon coast. These are also very highly sought after areas, a lot of tourism. Most of this area is in relatively close proximity to Portland, so you do have a mix of towns that feel more local and towns that are going to feel like a little bit more of a resort town, catered to that vacation home and second home community. Areas like Lincoln City and Newport, these are the larger towns in the Central Oregon coast, about 10,000 people each. There's going to be neighborhoods, there's going to be areas that feel more like resort beach town type feel, and then there's going to be areas that feel more like local neighborhood, primary residence type areas. So you get a pretty big range and you get a pretty big mix here. It does seem like in the last year, out of all of the people that we've talked to, all the people from all around the country, even from outside of the country that are considering purchasing a home on the Oregon coast, the Central Oregon coast does tend to be the area that most people gravitate toward. And right now on the Central Oregon coast, the median sale price for a 3-bedroom home is $575,000, a little more expensive than the Northern Oregon coast. 4-bedroom home, $760,000, again, a little bit more expensive. A 5-bedroom home, the median sale price is $800,000, and that's going to be quite a bit less than the median sale price for a 5-bedroom home on the Northern Oregon coast. The median sale price for a condo, Central Oregon coast, $370,000. Median sale price for an attached home is $385,000. So condos, attached homes, 5-bedroom homes, quite a bit less than the Northern Oregon coast, but 3- and 4-bedroom homes a little bit more expensive. Again, there's a really big range. There's going to be towns that are going to be a lot more affordable, where the median sale price is going to be well below the Central Oregon coast as a whole. Okay, now let's look at the Southern Oregon coast. So this is the most remote, this is the most removed from most of the population centers in both Oregon and also Northern California as well. Again, on the Southern Oregon coast, you have much less population, you have much less density, so less people, less towns, more room to breathe, but again, less access to I-5, less access to Eugene, Salem, Portland, where most of the people in Oregon live. But I think a lot of people do like that because it is more secluded, it is quieter, it is more laid back. But if we're viewing this purely from the lens of supply and demand, the median sale prices would suggest that the Southern Oregon coast does have less demand, although because there's fewer towns, there's going to be less inventory as well. I mean, we're looking at Coos Bay and North Bend being the most populated area on the Oregon coast, of course, but it's not until you get down to Brookings and Harbor where you have about 10,000 plus people. In between, Bandon, Port Orford, Gold Beach, these are really pretty small towns. And in between them, there are small unincorporated communities, but a lot of undeveloped coastline, which again is pretty great. The median sale price right now on the Southern Oregon coast for a 3-bedroom home is $420,000. The median sale price for a 4-bedroom home, $440,000. The median sale price for a 5-bedroom home, $650,000. The median sale price for a condo, $435,000. The median sale price for an attached home is $375,000, which is actually less than condos. Some attached homes are classified as condos. More often than not, there is an HOA, so it might technically be a condo, but when we look at attached homes, that's typically, again, going to be like a townhome, a little bit larger on average. A condo is going to be more like an apartment-style condo in a complex that has several units. So when we break these out, I think it's important to keep in context, again, there is a really big range. When you look at the median sale prices, I think you can get something that is much more affordable or much lower than the median sale price for these different regions as a whole. But there is an enormous disparity, when you look at towns that are really, really expensive and towns that are going to be more affordable. So Coos Bay, North Bend has some of the most expensive real estate on the Oregon coast. Bandon has some of the most expensive real estate on the Oregon coast, and it's just about 20 minutes south of Coos Bay and North Bend. I do think, though, when you look at the dynamics that bake in the pricing for the median sale prices now today, we're looking at the end of 2022, I think those are going to carry out well into the future. So if you're watching this video next year or in 5 years, I think you're probably going to see that the Northern Oregon coast is going to have a little bit higher volume of luxury real estate. There are, some towns that are going to be more affordable, but probably across the board, the most expensive area, the Central Oregon coast, really almost on par with the Northern Oregon coast, but when you start to get into condos, attached homes, or a little bit larger homes, your price per square foot is going to be a little bit better, and your dollar can potentially go a little bit further. And then the Southern Oregon coast, far less developed, far less accessible, is almost certainly well into the future going to be the most affordable region of the Oregon coast. So if you look at the prices as I'm making this video, but you're watching this again in, say, 3 years, you can look at these numbers and maybe add 20%, whatever it may be. Who knows what the housing market's going to do, right? But I think it is important to have a little bit more context when you're breaking down your home search and looking at regions, looking to identify areas that are going to make the most sense for you. Again, not just based on lifestyle and amenities and things that an area might offer that fits you best, but also how far your dollar is going to go. What can you actually get for your money, and how that may sway your decision as far as what areas to really be focusing on. For most people, moving to the Oregon coast, a lot of people start with a completely blank slate. And again, because the Oregon coast is so large, there are so many towns. As long as you're not fixated on one town or two towns or even three towns and no other areas are going to be in consideration, I think really the best strategy is to cast the widest net possible. Because these are small towns, inventory is relatively low. Yes, there is going to be a pretty big range as far as prices, but if you want to get into a little bit more of an upscale, more expensive area, there's going to be 8, 9, 10 plus options as far as towns. If you want to get into a more affordable area, similarly, there's going to be 9, 10, 12 plus different towns that you could focus on. And if you are thinking about moving to the Oregon coast, make sure to give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, or click the link down below in the description of the video, and we can talk about your timeline and your budget and what you're looking for and put together a game plan for you so when the time comes, you can start your home search with confidence. And if this video is helpful, make sure to hit the like button. That helps us out a lot. If you want to get more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and tap the little bell to get notified every time we drop a new video. We really appreciate you watching as always, and until next time, we'll talk to you later.